When I was trying to flash a ball over and it's going too low and catch the net, my dad always told me,
Like your self one is constantly monitoring what you do as self two.
we are using our body, whether like our brains or our hands.
Welcome to the show, Grace.
I start my journey from many different big companies, from Amazon, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, and now head of design at a company named TaskRabbit, and we are a IKEA company. Thanks for having me, Jess, here with Superland.
So you have established yourself as a very successful design director. You step out of your comfort zone with your side projects. I also know that you recently started your own company. That makes me wonder, like, how would you define super individual? Like I have so much I want to dive into already, but let's start with this phrase.
Motivated, resourceful, and have a big dream and able to pursue them step by step.
I'm also curious, like, do you feel like your definition would change in this era of AI, like with the rise of AI agents and all the great tools around us?
Yeah, totally. Before AI, if you ask me what entrepreneur means, I think someone who's working day and night, always have the business in mind. But I think AI actually makes things so different for good and bad. AI really improve the cost, improve the efficiency. You always have someone to bounce your ideas around, right? So I think that's probably a good time for anyone to think about starting their very minimum but beautiful business. But I can also see a flip side on that. In the AI age for entrepreneurs, it's very important to getting to know your user, go through your prototyping with them, talk to them, trying to find a pain point individually. I think that's really helped us to see a holistic picture about how the industry and human needs are.
I kind of want to step back a little bit. From our past conversations, we mentioned what's your approach to being successful, what we've called a self-compounding loop. So I'd love to dig a little bit deeper with you on that, and how would you describe it? What is your self-compounding loop?
Yes, for me, every day I almost discover some new strengths about myself, but also weakness. Yeah. So I think the self-discover process and knowing where you're at is super important for anyone's success, or if we don't use the word success, just make that person more holistic. So for me, I have, if we still talk about corporations, career paths, something really helpful for me personally is when I was in a certain stage, for example, I'm a design manager, I start looking at the next level of job requirement. And I want to find the gaps between me and there. And most important is why this company requires certain capabilities at next stage. And that gives me a really good indicator about where I want to grow up to. Or if I don't want to grow up to, that's totally fine too. So for me, I think from the manager to director, what is most important is to really align company's vision and be able to picture that to the entire team. And everyone can find their spot that they can contribute. So it's not just day-to-day management on shipping, delivery, and working on a small strategy, but how do we connect all the dots and putting together? So that's one of the gaps that I was working on before. But the other part, I just don't find I can make the immediate change probably in short time. Maybe that could be really like a compounding over 5 or 10 years. I would generally getting better. Management rule is important to knowing different personality, how to work with them. That's only come with time. You can't learn that by, for example, joining a Toastmaster to improve your presentation skill. So that's just giving it patience. Knowing what can be improved and set up a dedicated plan for that, and what have to go with time, just let it go with time.
Yeah, you mentioned something that really stood out to me, which is being radically honest about your gaps and being able to actually identify the gaps and work on it. However, if you kind of go overboard to the extent that you would criticize yourself, and like I've read a book called Your Inner Game of Tennis, like your self one is constantly monitoring what you do as self two. I think that's actually counterproductive. So how would you go about this? And I know you play golf, you play sports. I'm sure that happens a lot.
I think sports actually so inspiring because it's really guide you through a process of not only self-talk, but how to do that mind and body connection. Because eventually when we take actions, we want to change, right? We are using our body, whether our brains or our hands or walking out of the house, meeting new people. Those are the actions we have to rely on our body to help us. I think one important thing is when we were trying to work on something, don't worry if you overcorrect it. When I started play tennis growing up with my dad, when I was trying to flash a ball over and it's going too low and catch the net, my dad always told me the next ball you can put it like roller skate high, like really, really high over the table. Even if it's hitting the ceiling, that's fine too. But you just couldn't keep the ball lower or same level as the previous one. You have to make a dramatic change, and then you can scale and adjust it back. I think that's super important. Like for example, if you're a person find you want to express yourself and there's so many you want to say, but you feel like, oh, I don't know, I should I start a channel, should I talk to people?
Yeah.
I would say just push yourself all the way until you feel like, okay, talk too much, I joined too much party, now I want to scale back and take reflection. Those are good patterns that you're actually doing something and train your mind to be more aware. And I also know for some people, maybe you're already in stage for too much self-criticizing. It's hard for you to even get the first step. My recommendation is positive talk to you every single morning. Like every day you wake up, open your eyes and you talk to yourself, I'm going to be doing great today. Today is going to be a wonderful day. I have hope for today. I feel energized. I know it sounds a little bit silly, right? Some people are doing that when they brush their teeth, but if you do that constantly for 7 days, 10 days, you will feel the difference.
Great, that's a very great piece of insight. You mentioned about, positive self-talk, as well as, don't worry about overcorrecting at first. You always have the chance to correct it back, but the most important is to constantly show up and do the practice every day.
I played golf recently for the last 2 years, and when I joined this community, super welcoming community, everyone's so supportive, but I'm kind of like new, and I find I didn't at the level I want. When I was practicing on the range, so range is a place you practice. I play okay, but when actually on the course, meaning you are on the field play golf, I perform horribly, and I feel really bad because people have to waiting for me. There's pressure from the group after us and all that. But I think the only way you can do is just telling yourself to focus on the right moments, right? Stop comparing to yourself. Like this. At each course, we have like 18 holes. Every hole I was practicing this for every time I get a chance to tell myself, okay, focus, and really just focus on your swing, aim on the ball, and give yourself a few drill to focus on. That's really helpful. So that you don't really think too much about other people thinking. The board is like singing around you, your friends is gazing at you. You focus more on yourself. And even that's only just a few seconds, but for the whole like 18 goals practice, it's tremendous. So I think for any sports, especially you're adult and starting something new, there's a pressure on you, of course. Golf, ski, or anything else, you just need to tell yourself, I just want to do one thing right per time on this moment and keep focused.
Cool, I love the way you put it. Let's switch gear a little bit, because I'm curious, like you are doing so much, you're doing your work, you're doing a lot of things outside of your work as well. What do you think about leveling up versus burning out? Like, do you sometimes I feel like you are reaching like a limit of what you can do? How do you approach it?
I think it's pretty normal for anyone to feel like burnout, especially in the time, right? Like many of my friends, and including myself, still work for big techs, and then thinking about how the industry is changing. But again, like I think that the hardest part is there's something that we can control, there's something we couldn't. Similarly, if you're doing startup, I think it's a pretty tough time too, right? There's a lot of technology available, but there's also a lot of chaotics here and there.
For sure.
So I think really like if you believe something in the value, just reinforce yourself. There's something you believe. A lot of people who start a business consolidated their friends too much. They ask like 10 people, do you think it's going to be a success or not? But you will hear so many voice, some of them are helpful, others are noise. The most important is you believe it and you want to invest your time doing it. I can't tell you like how many people are eventually success by doing what they believe, but it has to happen on those people who truly aim on what their missions are and going forwards we see step by step, and then eventually they were finding opportunity. Other people find, why wouldn't I give this person a chance? They have such a strong belief. And it surprised me to see how much powers you can have by just having that that belief, missions, and drive it all through, people will start believing in you, and you'll find your community too.
Because I remember like once this came up in our conversation, there's two kind of people. You know, people are wired very differently. There's one type of people, they're happy by default.
Yes.
They just grow up that way. The other type of people, they will be happy, they will be content after they achieve success or they achieve their goals. Like, do you think you're born to be chill, or are you born to be like very self-motivated? Just curious.
I guess probably the latter one. I find I'm that kind of person, so I pursue the material wealth first. But even in that process, so accumulating wealth is not something that I solely interested. I am actually also very interested to see what I can learn, what I can bring with me. Just imagine I don't have anything with me, no stock account, no houses. I still consider myself as a capable person.
Cool. Yeah.
I also talked to a few good friends of me. I think something we share in common is we are pretty confident we can start up again, start with zero. But I also believe that you have to know who you are, what makes you happy. I think that's most important for me. Having really great community helped me a lot. They provide energies back to me. Well, I contribute energies to the community. And the other part is like definitely sleep well and exercise. Those are most important in my life.